we've got a global audience within this presentation today. And you know, if you don't know much about Market Traders Institute, that's really a direct reflection of our organization. Rob from Brisbane, Australia, Anthony from Buffalo, all right, Magnus from Thailand. Gang, please understand, when it comes to trading, you should never, ever invest money that you cannot afford to lose. Please always trade with what is called equity management in mind. And the reason for that is even the most successful traders in the world will incur losses. That's part of being an investor. We'll talk about that today. We're going to talk about how we properly use equity management to maximize our gains and minimize our losses. So as we kind of roll into this presentation, really understand that this webinar is designed for one thing, and that is to help you determine if you see currency trading or Forex trading. Now, I know a lot of you are equities traders, you're options traders. That's what my background used to be. I now purely trade the currency market. Now, this webinar is designed to see if you'd like to trade currencies yourself. Now, I'm not here in this presentation to teach you how to be a currency trader. That's why you will become a student today. My job is to show you how we help people just like you all over the world make money consistently, profitably, month after month after month in the currency market. Now, I know a lot of you are here because you're looking to become full-time traders. A lot of you are trading and you're looking for help. You're struggling. A lot of you are retired. You need to generate more income. And then I know a lot of you are just looking to generate second, third, fourth income streams. Well, that's all good because we can help you in all those situations. And we've helped over 50,000 people over the last 23 years learn our system, learn our skill set. Now, I will tell you, having done this for 25 years, currency trading is not for everybody. And it may not be for you. And you know what? That's all right. One thing that I have found in all my years of experience in business, and I'm 48 years old, is, you know, successful people tend to do what unsuccessful people cannot and are unwilling to do. So again, I applaud all of you taking time out of your busy schedules to be with me here today. I promise I do not take your time for granted. So let's officially get things started. This is a live presentation. Today is November 8th, 2017. It's about 10 minutes before 11 o'clock in the morning. Again, Eastern Standard Time. That is New York City time. I'm happy to be here with all of you. Make sure you've got a pen, you've got a piece of paper. Be prepared to take some notes. This is going to go by very, very quickly. We have a ton of information to cover. Now, just quickly, a little bit of my background. I know Renee covered some of it. Again, I've been involved in the financial services business for 25 years. I've traded every asset class that there is out there. You know, over the last 15 years, I've been paid to travel across the United States and Canada to talk to live groups. Well over 30,000 people I've live spoke with, teaching them how to take control of their financial lives. I've been on TV shows, radio shows, talk shows. This is my passion, and I hope that comes across in this presentation today. What I love about learning to trade the market, specifically the currency market, is obviously the income is incredible. The income potential is unlimited. But to me, it's the lifestyle that it can create for you and your family. You're going to see I don't stare at charts all day long, hardly, okay? I set my trades up and I'm done. And you're going to see exactly how I do that today. I have a very active lifestyle and a lot of passions in my life beyond just making money. Now, I've been married for 15 years. I've got an awesome wife, an awesome family. I got 3 kids, a 12-year-old son, a 9-year-old son, a 5-year-old daughter that are all active in sports and music, and I get to coach and work with them. I'm a triathlete. I'm a marathon runner. You can actually see that fish on the screen right there. Caught that Friday afternoon in Mosquito Lagoon with my 12-year-old son. It was his birthday present. We went out fishing for the day. I have a lot of passions in my life, and what I love about the markets is they afford me the income but the time to do the things that I want to do. And I'm going to show you how we help people all over the world consistently make money in the currency market. So that is a little bit about my background. What I need to know from all of you, what is your experience level in the currency market? If you were to rank yourself on a scale from 1 to 10, 1 being you're brand new to the market, 10 being you're a currency expert, you're making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year in the currency market, go into that chat box for me right now and rank your personal experience for me. Please do that for me right now, so I get a feel for whom I'm talking to in today's presentation. So I want to make sure that I get this lined up for everybody in here. Okay, so Mel's a 0, Rob's a 3, Home is a 1, Tony is a 1. I've got Nadim is a 3, Sir is a 6, Ice Glass, I'm not sure what that is. That's your name. I've got, who else do I have here? I've got Ann is a 3. Okay, Ann is a 3. I've got Richard is a 3. Raymond is a 1. Okay, Raymond. I've got Reeve as a 7. Okay, gang, keep going in here. Bill's a 3. Elliot is a 2. Alex is a 4. Trade equity options, never FX. Alex, you're gonna love this. I used to trade all equities and options, my friend. Now I only trade the currency market. Dave is a 2. Okay, good. That's enough. That gives me a good idea of who we're talking to in here. So what this tells me is I've got a lot of new people, a lot of 1s and 2s. I got a few of you that are 3s and 4s, and I think a couple of you that are 5s and above. All right, so here's the thing you need to understand about the currency market. And I'm going to get into, for those of you that are equity traders, the benefits and the advantages the currency market has over the equities market in a few minutes. But one of the things you got to understand about the currency market is it's what's called a zero-sum game. Now, what does that mean? That means in every single trade, the winner of the trade gets paid by the loser of the trade, okay? And if you're one of my more experienced traders in this room and you find yourself losing more often than you would like, what you're doing is you're being beaten out or paid from people who have paid. You're paying people who've got better tools, better technology, better education, better coaches, better mentors than you do. So here's how you've got to look at this logically. And one of the things I hope it comes across today, I'm very logical. I like to look at things very simple. Give me the A to B to C to D and let me follow a plan. If in every currency transaction, the winner gets paid by the loser, and the only thing that separates them is technology and information, experience, coaching, you need to get yourself on the winning side of that curve. And that's what we do at Market Traders Institute. Now, a lot of people get confused, okay? Too confused, okay, with us as a broker. We're not a broker, okay? We are not affiliated with any brokers. You can use any broker you want in the world to clear your currency trades. What we've been doing for the past 23 years is developing premier technology, which I will demonstrate to you today, a premier education portal, and assembling the best mentors and coaches in the world to work with. Now, if you look at this building right here on the screen, this is our organization. This is our corporate headquarters. I'm broadcasting live from the second floor of this building. 23 years we've been in business. I know I have a lot of business owners in this presentation because we attract entrepreneurs. You know, and I know as a business owner, you do not survive 23 years without a rock solid foundation and by delivering what you promised. Now, again, in this office building that we're based out of Orlando, Florida, this is a 65,000 square foot training facility. We house over 200 employees. We have students that'll fly into our offices throughout the year to come learn our systems, our skill sets, our formulas right here in our offices. Now, we've gone through tremendous growth as an organization over the last 8 to 10 years. And really, to me, the reason for our growth is because of a philosophy that starts with our founder that we never leave a client behind. Now, in your notes, the very first things I want you to write down is coaching and mentorship. Coaching and mentorship. Write that down in your notes, highlight it, underline it, circle it, whatever you need to do to make it stand out on your page. You know and I know that right now, if you wanted to learn about currency trading, you could go online and search Yahoo, Google, go to YouTube, search how to be a currency trader, and you can find video after video, website after website, so-called expert after expert, promoting to teach you how to trade the currency market. Well, let me tell you something. Again, I've been doing this for 25 years. I'll make it very easy, very logical. This is how you become a successful currency trader. You find somebody or an organization with a proven track record of success, third-party verified that they can show you, not for a year or 2 or 5 or 10, but decades of success. But not only do they need to not only know how to make the currency, how to make the money trading, but do they know how to teach it and coach it and mentor you? So then what you can do is stick yourself to their side as they hold your hand and teach, coach, mentor, and walk you through day after day, week after week, month after month until you are a successful currency trader. Does that make sense to everybody in this presentation? If so, type in yes in the chat box, right? Again, logic. See, one of the things that we do at Market Traders Institute is think about it. Every second the currency market is open, 24 hours a day, we are live coaching and trading with our students. Every second, every minute, 24 hours a day, we are live coaching, teaching, trading with our students. When you provide that level of expertise and commitment to coaching, to our education, to our incredible tools that I'm going to show you today, that's why we've gone through explosive growth. Now we're getting recognized. We were ranked by Inc. magazine last year as the 592nd fastest growing privately held company in the US. So we're growing. Now we're founded by this gentleman on the screen. I know a lot of you recognize Jarod Martinez. He's known throughout the financial world as the FX chief. He's a best-selling author, teacher, and on every news business show that's out there, Fox News, CNBC. He has been trading the currency market exclusively for 30 years. 30 years he's been trading the currency market. In fact, if you're experienced with currencies, in the past 3 years, in his account, My FX book, third-party verified, which I will show you today, he has been averaging 2,000 pips a week. Now, if you're new and you don't know what a pip is, you're going to find out in just a few minutes. But a pip and a standard lot, 2,000, that's $20,000 profit in a week. That's over $80,000 in a month. This is the level of expertise and mentorship you get to work with in our organization. In fact, Jarod Martinez leads our mentorship, leads our coaching programs within our organization. Now, two of your most important coaches moving forward are going to be these two gentlemen on the screen right here. The next thing that I want you to write down in your notes is fourth quarter rally. Fourth quarter rally. Please write that down for me right now. 7 p.m. tonight, okay? 7 p.m. tonight, okay? We have a live session going tonight at 7 o'clock, okay? Now we have an opportunity lining up into the next 3-4 trading days of about 700 pips of opportunity. In the next 2 weeks, about 2,600 pips of opportunity. And by the end of the year, by the time we rolled into January 1st, 2018, we're looking at about 12,000 pips between now and then. Now, what's happened is we've had targets that have been hit, okay? Targets that have been hit in the last 5 or 6 trading days where our students have had opportunities to earn 2, 3, 4, 5,000 pips. We've got brand new targets lining up tonight at 7 o'clock. Now, what makes this unique is this live trading session that we have tonight. These are typically set aside, okay? Typically set aside for our more experienced traders, okay? This is set aside for our more experienced traders. Now, because we have a unique investor inspiration webinar going today, we're going to invite 21 of you out of this session today to sit live with us tonight. Again, that's Eastern Standard Time, to watch us set up these trade opportunities. Okay, now I can't take everybody. We've got a huge group in here because we like to keep it a smaller, more intimate group in this session. But Tyson Clayton, the gentleman on the left, will be going live tonight with these updates. Now, if you're interested in being one of the 21 in this live session tonight and watching us trade live market, exactly how we do it, what I need you to do for me right now is type in your telephone number and rally into the chat box. Your telephone number and rally into the chat box. Do that for me right now. And by the end of the presentation, we'll choose 21 of you. It's a pretty cool opportunity. Josh Martinez, the gentleman on the right, I'm going to show you his accounts in a few minutes. Josh Martinez, in the last 10 months, third-party verified accounts, real money, real trades, real pips, real opportunities, has generated well over 12,000 pips. That's $120,000 on a standard lot. Awesome opportunity to see what we're lining up between now and the end of the year. Now, what's cool about what we do is it's not about us or our results, Tyson's or Josh's or Gary's or Chief's. It's about our students. And what I would recommend all that you do, all of you, when I'm done, when the Investor Inspiration is done today, do a little research into Market Traders Institute, okay? So you can see for yourself on our Facebook pages, on Josh's Facebook page, Tyson's Facebook page, MTI's Facebook page, so you can see exactly what our students write about their experiences with this organization. How many pips they're making. I can go through page after page after page. And I've got a bunch of you putting in numbers. Jim, I've got your number. Reeve, Earl, Ann, Elliot, a Trader NA. Just make sure I have your first name, my friend. Nadim and Home, I've got you as well. Awesome, cool. So understand, this is what we do as an organization. The reason why we grow is we produce results, pure and simple. So my promise to all of you is by the time I wrap up here in a little over an hour before your next speaker, you're going to absolutely understand the potential in the currency market if you do not already, okay? And you're going to see how you can have immediate impact, immediate returns in this market without quitting whatever you do full time. Now, I will tell you, this is not get rich quick. This is not overnight millionaire. There's no such thing as get rich quick. I mean, we're all adults. We all realize that. What we teach and have been teaching for 23 years is a skill. Learning to trade the currency market consistently is a skill that you're going to learn to apply with the use of our technology, your education, and the help of your coaches and your mentors. You're going to love it. Now, when I am done with this presentation, stay with me all the way through. I'll give all of you an opportunity to come on board today, risk-free as a student, for the next 60 days. So you can see exactly what makes us great as an organization. So you can watch between now and the end of the year as we produce the pips that we're going to talk about in this presentation. So this is what I'm going to do. David, I've got you as well, my friend, and Alex, I've got you as well. So here's the thing. Because I have a lot of new people in here, inexperienced in the currency market, I ask my more experienced people to give me a couple minutes of grace as I get the new people up to speed with some foundation on the currency market. Number one, why the currency market? And number two, we're going to jump into how in the currency market. So if you're more advanced, hang on. We're going to get into our technical indicators, our proprietary information, our patent pending tools in just a couple minutes here. But I need everybody to understand some basics in the currency market. So here's the thing, okay? The thing about the currency market is it has massive, massive advantages over the equity market. My background, my experience for years and years and years was trading equities and stocks. I've traded futures. I've owned a lot of real estate. I have colleagues right now that trade cryptocurrencies. I'm very skilled and understand of all the markets that are out there. I only trade the currency market now. One of the reasons that I love the currency market is the liquidity in the market. Now, that just simply means you can enter and exit the market anytime that you want. There's always going to be buyers. There's always going to be sellers. There's no time limits on your trade. You can be in a trade and hold on to it for 5 minutes, get out with no penalty. It's 5 days, 5 hours, 5 months, however long you want to, okay? Now, the second big benefit of this market is the flexibility in the market, okay? This market is a 24-hour-a-day market. This market opens up in the United States of America Sunday afternoon, 5 o'clock, okay? It's open all night, all morning, all day, every day, 24 hours a day until Friday at 5 o'clock, 24 hours a day. It gives you incredible flexibility to trade around your schedule. As I mentioned when I started, I'm 48, got 3 kids, they're all active. In fact, my oldest son is a soccer player. Let me give you an example of what flexibility means in my life. Last Thursday, my son had soccer practice. The exact same time my son had soccer practice, my wife had to go to a fundraising function at my daughter's school. So I took all 3 of my kids out to the soccer practice, and it lasted till about 7 till about 8:30. On the way home, we picked up some food, got everybody settled in for bed, lights out, brushed their teeth. By that time, it was probably 10:30 at night. Okay, now 10:30 at night, they're to bed, lights out. What do most people do at 10:30 at night after a long day? turn on your television, right? Watch maybe Netflix for an hour until you fall asleep. Or you jump on the internet and you search around, maybe you shop a little Amazon Prime, whatever you do. Let me tell you what I did at 10:30 at night. Again, this gets back to successful people tend to do what unsuccessful people cannot or are unwilling to do. I sat down in front of my computer, I opened up my charting software, my smart trader system, and I was live trading the market from 10:30, about 10:35, so about 11:45, a little over an hour. I made 300 pips, about $3,000 on a standard lot, shut my computer down, and I slept like a baby that night. This market, you have no excuses of being busy. You can trade around your schedule. In fact, some of the greatest trading times, one of my favorite in the US is to get up at about 2 a.m. in the morning, trade the London Open, which we call the London breakout strategy, from 2:30 till about 3:45 in the morning, and I'm done for that day trading. You can trade this market around your busy schedule. It's a 24-hour-a-day market. And for my equities traders, think about that. How often have you been stuck in a position where you get pre-market announcements or after-market news, your position gaps up, gaps down, you're stuck in that position till the market opens up. That by that time, the orders are so backed up, you take a big loss. Not in the currency market, 24 hours a day, liquid market, huge advantage. Now the size of this market is bigger than the New York Stock Exchange, the equities market, the futures market combined. Every single day, there's $5.3 trillion traded back and forth on this market, massive size market. Now, the thing about this too is focus. Again, if you're an equities trader, I did this for years. I would analyze literally hundreds, potentially thousands of stocks to invest in. That takes an enormous amount of time looking at technicals and fundamentals. Gang, in the equities market, there's 60, in the currency market, there's 60 currency pairs in the world to trade. At Market Traders Institute, we pay attention to 21 of them. Tonight in our live session, we will probably look at 3 or 4 pairs. So to me, this is the easiest, the most predictable market for you to invest in. I'm going to show you exactly how we do it, our tools, our indicators, and I'm going to give all of you an opportunity to try us out for a period of time. Now, what I need everybody to do for me right now is go ahead. What I need you to do for me right now is acknowledge that you can see I've transferred over from my PowerPoint presentation and I've brought up my charting software. If you can see that, please type in yes, yes, or the letter Y for me. Yes or Y if you can see that I've brought up my charting software. I want to make sure everybody can see it so nobody gets left behind. Okay, everybody's telling me yes. Jack says yes. Trader Mel says yes. Errol, I got your number as well, okay? Alex, your question, more companies, but FX is affected by monetary policies, politics, economic policy deficits. You know what? Equities are affected by all of those things too, my friend. All right, good. So here we go. What you're looking at is what is called the Smart Trader System. This is Market Traders Institute's own proprietary trading platform, built by investors, for traders. We have built what we believe is the best trading platform in the world. This is all web-based, so check this out. If you like to travel, you've got your tablet, you've got your smartphone, every one of our indicators, every one of our charts travel with you in real time. It's all smart technology. In fact, really cool we have right here, we've got this community. How about the fact we have this whole community where our traders can trade all their information back and forth. Our experts can put all their workspaces up here for you. Really credible stuff right here. Here's Chris Pulver, one of the best currency traders in the world, one of our mentors, one of our coaches here. There's his workspaces. Our students have access to all of these tools, all of these indicators. This is the Smart Trader System. Now, for those of you that are new to currency trading, again, my experienced people, hang on, we're going to get everybody going here in a little faster momentum, a little faster pace in a few minutes. But I need everybody to understand some basics. In the currency market, all you're doing is trading one currency versus another. And like any other market that's out there, what you're looking to do is buy into the market when it's moving up, right? Buy into this market. Hold on, let me get this clicked on right here. And out of here, and boom. So what we're looking to do in this market is buy into this market. right? We're looking to buy in this market down here low, make money when it's moving up, right? The old buy low, sell high. Well, also, we're looking to sell into this market when it reverses and make money when it goes down. The difference is in this market is you have a very specific job. Your job in this market is to capture what are called pips. Your job is to capture pips. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you in a second here what I mean by that. You're going to capture pips. Now a pip is an acronym, right? It's an acronym for price, interest, point. Price, interest, point. Now I'm not going to get into a big definition or demonstration or illustration of what a pip is. I just want you to know for purposes of this presentation today, okay, pips are good. Pips are your friend. You want to capture as many pips as you can when the market is moving up, and you want to capture as many pips as you can when the market pushes down and make money going in the other direction. Now, as I said, in the currency market, you're just trading one currency versus another. Now, people often ask me as well, hey, do I have to be some expert mathematician to make money in the currency market? And the short answer is no. And I say that because I'm not some financial wizard when it comes to mathematics. I'd be willing to bet that my 12-year-old son, if you've got kids or grandkids that age, he's a 6th grader, he's probably more advanced in math right now than I am. And if you got kids that age, you know how much more advanced they are at this age than we were. Let me tell you what I'm awesome at, and I'm not afraid to brag about it. It's the same thing you will become awesome at. It's learning how to identify patterns. Because the beautiful thing of the currency market is it moves in patterns, and it does the same thing over and over and over again. And you're going to learn to use tools and indicators and information. You're going to learn to use the help of your coaches and your mentors to determine where the market's going to go in the future based on where it's been in the past. Now, if we look at this particular currency pair, can everybody see right in the middle of the screen right here? It's kind of light, I know, but there's a watermark where it says GBP NZD 1 hour. If you can see that, please type in a yes or a Y for me, please. We're looking at the Great British Pound, New Zealand dollar, 1 hour chart. Now, what we're looking at here on this chart, if you look at these little indicators, these little like rectangles that look like they're kind of standing on end, what these are all called Japanese candlesticks. Now, again, if you're new, a Japanese candlestick is a visual representation of how much the market has moved within a particular period of time. Because we're on a 1 hour chart, every one of these are a 1 hour candlestick, okay? If I were on a daily chart, they would all be daily candlesticks. If I click on one of these candlesticks, like right here in the middle of the screen, you can see this is from a couple days ago, November 6th, all right? It had a high, a low, an open, and a close in this particular period of time. Well, what does all that mean? Well, that just means that simply this candlestick opened up right here, okay? Opened up. It moved up just a touch, okay? It moved up just a touch. Well, actually didn't move up at all. From the moment it opened up, it dipped down. It had a low. Now, this long piece off the bottom here, this is what is called a wick. It closed out the candle right here, then it opened up a brand new candlestick of which it moved down, moved up for a high for the hour, settled in and closed out that candle, and it keeps doing that over and over and over again all the way up until you can see right here we are in live market with live candles because this is a live presentation and the market is open. That will grow right in front of your eyes as the data is crunched and the information is brought in. Candlesticks, a great way to think of candlesticks, and this is something Jarod says all the time. Jarod Martinez, the FX chief, our founder, and I think it's a great way to think of candlesticks. They're almost like the sign language of the market. We're going to use candlesticks to help us determine when there's a change of trend, change of direction, a trend breakout, different times and different indicators to get in and get out, okay? So what we're looking at here is very quickly, I'm going to get into the mechanics of a currency trade. Now, at first, I'm not going to do any analysis. I'm going to get into analysis in just a few moments. But at first, I need everybody to understand how pips translate and turn into profits and how an equity trade is is put through, okay? So let's just say based on some indicators, based on some information, based on analysis, we decided to buy into this position right down here, okay? We decided to buy right here. Well, based on information and technical information, we decided right here in this particular position right here, let me go ahead and reset my tool right here. We decided in this particular situation to sell right up here. So based on technical analysis, indicators, help from our coaches, we decided it was a good time to buy down here, and we sold right up here. Again, we're not doing the analysis at first. So what I need everybody to understand is very simply, if we were to buy down here, the difference between this line right here and this line right up here is the difference between this number right here, the 1189149, and the 190288 would be the amount of pips we would capture. Well, I can measure that very simply by going right down here, grabbing my tool, coming right up here, and I need everybody to look up in the top left-hand corner. And can everybody acknowledge, look up in the top left-hand corner, okay, that we would have bought into this trade Sunday, November 5th, this past Sunday. We would have sold out of this trade Monday, November 6th. We would have made 114 pips, and we would have been into this trade for 12 bars. Now, bars are candles. Because this chart is a 1 hour chart, 12 bars is 12 hours. If you understand all of that, please type in yes or Y in the chat box. We would have been in this trade 12 hours, Sunday to Monday. We would have made 114 pips. If everybody understands that, type in yes or Y in the chat box. This is important. You understand this? Okay. All right, cool. Everybody's telling me yes. Well, what does that mean? Well, this is where we start talking about how pips turn into profits and opportunity. Thanks, Jack and Home and Mel and Nadine and Trader and Natalie and Wendy and everybody telling me yes, that they see that. Pay close attention to this if you're new. When you trade in the currency market, you have options of how you can trade. You trade in what are called different lot sizes, okay? Different lot sizes. You can trade with what is called a micro lot, a mini lot, or a standard lot. Micro, mini, standard. Please write that down for me right now. Micro, mini, standard. If you trade with a micro lot, you're looking at about a $20 US investment per trade, okay? That right there is one of the beautiful things about currency trading is you don't need a lot of money. You can start very small, okay? You start small and you can grow your account over time. Now, most of my students, they will start out with trading a mini lot. That's a $200 investment per trade. And then a standard lot would be $2,000 investment per trade. And each one of these have a different profit value to them. If you trade with a micro lot, you're looking at a 10-cent per pip profit. Now, again, that's not a lot of money. That's not a lot of money. If you think about that example of that trade we just did, remember we got in it on Sunday, we sold on Monday, we were in the trade about 12 hours, we made 114 pips. So again, we're not a broker. So if you buy into that trade on Sunday, you execute that trade through your broker. Use any broker you want. They will all interact with our trading platforms. You invest $20. 12 hours later on Monday, you get your $20 back, okay? Minus a few cents for the broker's commission. Then you made 114 pips. So for every pip you made 10 cents, your return on that investment was $11.40. I mean, that's not a lot of money, but that's a tremendous return in 12 hours. You just earned a little over 50% on your money. Well, let's say we make that same trade, but we do a mini lot investment. Same trade, same analysis, same evaluation, same amount of time, save everything, except we invest $200 in a mini lot. Our broker holds on to our $200. Monday we sell out, we get our $200 back, all right? We now make for every pip $1. So our 114 pips just turned into $114 profit on a $200 investment. That's not bad again. That's over 50% return in 12 hours. I mean, how many of you would like to have a skill set where you can invest $200, 12 hours later, get your $200 back plus over $100 profit? I mean, everybody, right? Well, this is where it starts to get exciting because let's say you're doing mini lots, but now you start to reinvest your winnings. You start to reinvest your earnings. You step up and you do a standard lot. A standard lot with the same trade, same analysis, same time, same everything. You invest $2,000. Your broker holds on to the $2,000. 12 hours later on Monday, you get your $2,000 back. You made your 114 pips, but for every pip, you just made $10. So your return on your $2,000 investment in 12 hours is $1,140. Now, for those of you that are new to the currency market, does it make a little bit more sense now of why this is the fastest growing market in the world? I mean, first of all, you can start small and grow your account over time. But I'll tell you, the biggest advantage of this market is the leverage and the buying power. There's no other market in the world that has the same amount of leverage and same amount of buying power as this. Okay, and this is what I'm showing you. This what I'm showing you on the screen is what we do live with our students every single day. Every second the currency market is open. In fact, right now, this second, we have a group of our students working with our coaches and our mentors trading in the currency market. And that's exactly what I'm going to show you. Okay, so here's the thing. Before I jump back into my charts, real quickly, I want you to jump into your notes and take a second and think about this for a second. Pull out your pen and write down a number. How much money do you need to make every single month consistently from the currency market, from the Forex market, in order to accomplish some of your financial goals? Write that number down. You don't need to share it with me if you want to. Great, this is your number. I also want you to write down why you wrote this particular number. One thing I've found is everybody's got different reasons. I get a lot of students that come on board that want to generate a few extra $1,000 a month for spending money. Great. I have a lot of new students that come on board that are retired that want to generate income. I got a lot of students that just want to retire early. And then I get a lot of students that want to trade and trade and trade and try to earn as much money as possible. Okay, and it's cool when people share. Karen says $5,000 a month. Harry says $2,000. Diana says $12,000 to cover my bills. Jack says $20,000 a month. Awesome. Every one of those numbers is possible. In fact, I'm going to show you students that are making 5,000 pips in a week. In a week, okay? We've been doing this for 23 years. We've trained 50,000 people. We have a skill set we teach, gang. But here's the big question. If we at Market Traders Institute can teach you a skill set, okay, where you can earn anywhere from $2,000 to $8,000 per month, month after month, you know, in your free time, not quitting your job, not turning your life upside down, would you be willing to commit 30 to 45 minutes a day to working in this market? Yes or no? Would you be willing to commit 30 to 45 minutes a day to master this market and write down whatever number and accomplish whatever number that you wrote down? Type in yes or no. Because if you're not going to give us that, you're not going to be a fit in our organization. This is not the money falls from the sky. It is not get rich quick. It doesn't pop up in your PayPal account. This is a skill, but we will teach, train, work, hold your hand to make you a successful currency trader, but we need your commitment to work at it, okay? So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and switch gears, okay? I'm going to go ahead and switch gears and open up the charting software again. We're going to jump back in. Nadine and Jack and Elliot, thank you for saying yes. And Brian and Oliver and Liam says, of course I would. Isaac and Diana and Carol and Emily. Awesome, gang. Here's the thing. Before I jump back too far in to the trading software, got a couple questions I want to address. Okay, good. Yeah, let me do this. All right, a bunch of you are asking me questions here. Here's the thing. A lot of you are asking about our coaching and our mentorship programs. Let me see. Jack says, I've got a friend. He's working with Josh. He's making about 3,500 pips per month. Okay. Yeah. If you're interested in learning more about our coaching and our mentorship programs, the easiest thing for you to do is type in the telephone box, or excuse me, type in the chat box your telephone number and the word coaching. Just type in your telephone number and the word coaching, and I will have an education specialist reach out to you in the future when the time is right, where they can answer more questions, get into more details of how our coaching programs work, the investment in those, all the things that surround that. I only get a limited amount of time in this investor inspiration, and I'm going to really start to pick up the pace here as we dive into the market. And so I got to get quickly through my information. But if you'd like to learn more about our coaching, put your telephone number in and coaching. The second thing is a bunch of you are asking about the live session tonight. Yes, We have 21 seats available for tonight, 7 o'clock. So we're looking at, you know, about 7 hours from now, a little over 7 hours from now. We have a live session where we're updating all of our targets and our opportunities. We're anticipating about 700 pips in the next 3 days, about 2,500 pips in the next 2 weeks. If you'd like to be invited into the session tonight at 7, same thing. Put your telephone number, but I want you to write rally next to your number. Write rally so I know what you're interested in. Okay, good. So I got Z says coaching, yes. Trader coaching, arrow coaching, great. Awesome, gang. All right, so listen. We're back into the charting software. I want to make sure everybody can see it. So type in yes or Y if you can see. I brought the charting software back up. Awesome. Okay. Good deal. Good deal. Everybody's telling me yes, they can see it. Yes, they can see it. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to talk a little bit about different types of tools and technology and information that we use in this marketplace in order to be successful traders. So let me go ahead and grab and pull up a different currency pair for you. I'll bring up a different currency pair. Now, the beautiful thing about the currency market, and I mentioned this when I first began, the thing about the currency market is it moves in these wave-like patterns. The currency market will move, up, and it'll pull back down. Pull this up right here. It's every time. All right, the currency market will move in these patterns. It will move over and over and over again. It'll move down, it'll push back up, push back down, push back up, push back down. Now what we're looking to do, Z, I've got your number for the rally, my friend, and Arrow as well. What we're looking to do as smart, successful traders, okay, is make money in the market when the market moves up, comes down, reverses on us. We're looking to buy into this market right here, and make money when it moves up. Or we're looking to make money in this market when the market moves up, reverses at the top, starts to push down, right? Push down and make money in a market that is moving down and make money going this direction. Now, every successful trader must know 3 things before they enter any trade. They got to know, number 1, market direction. Okay, we got to know number 2, when to get in, right? And number 3, we got to know when to get out. We got to know market direction, when to get in, and when to get out. All right. Now, what we use as indicators here and information, what you're going to learn to do is use different types of analysis, indicators, information, education, coaching to determine these 3 things. One of the skills that you will become experts at is understanding what are called Fibonacci's. Now, we are considered to be the best in the world at trading Fibonacci's as it relates to the currency market. In fact, our founder, Jarod Martinez, is considered to be the godfather of Fibonacci's within the currencies. I mean, you can look it up. He's written books on it, best-selling books. Now, if you don't know what a Fibonacci is, Leonardo Fibonacci, and don't research this now. If you'd like to, research it when I'm done because you'll get caught down a wormhole because it's fascinating information. But Leonardo Fibonacci is a 13th century mathematician. He discovered that the world of nature tends to have this rhythmic cycle built right into it based on a sequence of numbers. He found that based on sequence of numbers, you could predict how animals would reproduce. You could predict how plants would grow. You could look at, the sunflowers and the petals on this, and it's in a pattern. It's called the golden ratio. It's a sequence of numbers that reply and move over and over again. Well, if you look at the scales on a fish, it's in a pattern. It does it over and over and over again. Well, the thing about the currency market is the currency market moves in these same type of wave-like patterns. So what we do is we apply mathematics. Now, you don't have to do it. The software does the math for us. Mathematical equations based to tell us on Fibonacci analysis where the market's going to go in the future based on where it's been in the past. We use larger time frame Fibonacci's for our top market direction. We use smaller term Fibonacci's to determine when to get in and when to get out. Now follow me on this, and then we're going to jump into the live market, and I'm going to show you exactly how this works with real live opportunities. As we've talked about, the market moves up in these waves. It makes what are called higher highs, and then it makes a higher low. Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and then it will reverse. And it'll go the other direction, make a lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, and it does this over and over and over again. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do a little basic technical analysis. You're going to learn what are called the ABCDs of Fibonacci's. So right down here, I'm going to draw what is going to be called my A boundary, right down here. So everybody can see I got an A down here. I'll go right up here now, and I'm going to draw my B boundary right here. This is going to be my B boundary. This will be down here what is called my C entry. This is my C entry, and right up here, this is my D extension. Now we do this live every single day with our students. What we've created here is an A boundary, a B boundary, a C entry, and a D extension. Now built into the software, we've got all these different indicators and information that you have the ability to use. All this different stuff right here is a lot of it automated built into here. What I'm going to do though right now is I'm going to grab one of my tools called my Fibonacci tool, and I'm going to draw Fibonacci manually from point A right on up to point B, just like that. Just like that, point A to point B. Now automatically, this is already starting to tell me a story. It's telling me where this trend has been in the past. We can determine where it's going to go in the future. It's all mathematics. It's doing all the work for me. Now I'm going to draw up for you very simply, very clean, very easy for you to see 3 buy zones. Okay, this is my first buy zone right here. All right, and I'm going to shade this out for you. I'm going to change this shade. We're going to make this red shaded, just like this. Okay, so let's do this actually. Let me go ahead and reset this, pull this up, and make this red. Okay, now I'm going to lighten it up for you so you can see it a little bit better. Okay, so we got a little red pinkish buy zone right here. Okay, so everybody should be able to see a little red pinkish buy zone. Well, the next buy zone I'm going to draw for you right here. Draw this out for you in this zone right here. I'm going to go ahead and bring this one up. In this particular zone, we're going to make a blue. We're making a light blue, so you can see it's a little bit different shade. Okay, so I need everybody to acknowledge. You can see we got a little bit different shade right there with a blue. Well, my last one right here, I'm going to draw my last zone for all of you. Right down here, this zone. Oops. Draw a brand new zone for you right here. Draw my last zone. We're going to make this one green. So what I'm going to need everybody to acknowledge is once I get this done here, get this, pull this up here, shade this a little bit light shade of a green, a little bit of a green, bring this over here. I need everybody to acknowledge, if you can see it. It may be tricky for some of you, but we've got 3 different shades on there. We've got red on the top, blue in the middle, green on the bottom. If you can see red, green, and blue. Type that in right now for me, please. Red, green, and blue. Okay, everybody's telling me they can see it. This is our red buy zone. This is our blue buy zone. This is our green buy zone. Thank you, Mel and Elliot, and Nadine, and Jack. So what I'm looking to do, as we talked about a moment ago, we're looking to make money when this moves up. Right here, moves up, reverses, okay, reverses right here. We're looking for an indicator to help us determine to get in right here, right, to get into this area right here and make money when this market starts to move up right here, and then let the Fibonacci extensions tell us when to get out, okay? So we're looking to buy down here and ride this up and let the Fibonacci extensions tell us when to sell. Now, how do we determine to buy down here? There's different types of indicators that you're going to be trained to use. You know, a lot of our candlestick formations, a lot of our indicators as far as trend line breaks, you're going to understand all of that. All I want you to know for demonstration purposes here is understanding the basics of Fibonacci's is that if we get a reversal that takes place, okay, in these zones, that's how we're going to buy or sell. So let's say we decided, based on this trade right here, it reversed. This trade reversed right here. Okay, let me get this one pulled up. Down here in the green zone. Okay, so it reversed down here in the green zone. So we make a buy down here. Now, if we buy down here in the green zone, what we're looking to do is buy into this, get into this trade. Again, we're not a broker. Use any broker you want. We buy down here in the green zone. I'm going to hold as this trade is moving up. Now, let's imagine this green line comes all the way across. This is an extension. So this is the 1180 Fibonacci extension right here. So if this line comes all the way across right here, what I'm going to do is buy down here, and I'm going to hold as it's moving up and sell the second I break through this green extension. So I'm going to buy from the green zone. I'm going to sell at the green Fibonacci extension. Now, why do I do that? Well, simply, the software is doing the mathematics for me. What it's telling me is, Aaron, you don't want to hold on to this trade past this extension, because based on where it's been in the past, if you hold on to it past this extension, the mathematics, the law of averages start to kick in, and the probabilities increase, and if you hold on to it past here, it's going to go against you. So I'm going to buy and sell from green to green. Well, let's say that my reversal takes place in the blue zone, okay, right down here in this blue zone. Well, if I buy in the blue zone, I'm going to hold on to this trade just like I did from the green extension, except this time I'm going to hold as it goes up and hits my blue Fibonacci extension. Well, let's say our trade takes place anywhere our reversal does in this big red zone right here. Okay, kind of pinkish, I know. But if we buy right here in this red zone, I'm sure you can probably figure this out. I'm going to hold into this trade as it moves up and it hits the red Fibonacci. Again, it's all math. So I need everybody to acknowledge in the chat box as we pick this up and we start to dive into the live market that with the Fibonacci's, A, B, C, D, we're going to buy and sell from green to green, blue to blue, red to red. If you understand that, type in yes or Y in the chat box so we can move on. Yes or Y in the chat box. Okay, everybody's coming through telling me yes, 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 yes. Well, just so you know, when the market goes the other direction, we do our Fibonacci's the other way. This would be an A, B, C, D, and we make money in a downward turn, in the market as well. But let's apply this towards live market opportunities that are out here and how this works within this opportunity. So let me go ahead and bring up this different chart for all of you right here. The chart's all messed up. All right, so let's bring this up right here. So I want to show you a very clean opportunity so you understand exactly what this looks like and how you'll be setting these up. So give me just 1 second here. Okay, good. Get you a nice clean opportunity right here. All right, so let me do this right here. All right, good. So what we're looking at is the Euro, New Zealand dollar, 1 hour chart. Okay, we're looking at the Euro, New Zealand dollar, 1 hour chart. Let me go ahead and bring this up here because I want you to understand visually how this works for you. All right, so what we're looking to do now is we're going to go ahead and do our ABCDs. Here's our A, right down here. Okay, there's our A. Our B is going to be right up here. Here's our B. Right up here is our B. Right there, okay? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and we're going to look for our C extension, which eventually will be right down here. Now, we don't know exactly where our C entry point is going to be yet because it hasn't distinguished our opportunity yet. So it's yet to be determined where we're going to enter into our trade right down here. But eventually, we're going to look to buy into a trade and get into this opportunity somewhere down in this area. But what we're looking to do now is to determine entry and exit points. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and grab my Fibonacci tool right up here. I'm going to grab my Fibonacci right here. I'm going to draw from my low at my A right up to my B, just like that, okay? So everybody should be able to see we've drawn on our Fibonacci from A to B. Make this a little easier for you to see right here from A to B. Now what we're looking for again is that entry point to get into a trade somewhere over here in this area. Now one thing that can help us determine that, I'm going to draw out a simple trend line. when we can see when this breaks out of this trend line. You can see right here, the trend is starting to move down in this position. It's starting to move down. So what we're going to look for is an opportunity for it to break out of this trend. So everybody can see where it's coming down. Well, there we go. There's our breakout right here. So this would be our breakout right here, just right there, and that's very clear. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look to buy into this trade right here. Now I can factor very simply, okay, very simply, if I buy right there, my opportunity in this trade, if I buy right here and hold on to it till it's my red extension, because let me ask you a question. If we buy right there, which zone are we in right here? Which zone is that right there? If you know the color, type in the color right here for me. If you know what color this zone is right here, go ahead and type it in for me right now. If you can see what color zone that is, type that in. Okay, does everybody see what zone that is? Red. Mel says red. Jason says red. Everybody's telling me red. Okay, so we got our buy zone. So that means we're going to go ahead. If we buy in the red zone, we're going to trade into the what? The red extension. The red extension. So we're going to trade all the way up to this red extension, which would be right here. Okay. Now again, we can figure out exactly our profit on this. If we buy right here and hold till this, we're going to make 75 pips. So we're going to call that a 75 pip target. Everybody with me? If you understand, we got a 75 pip target. Type in yes or Y in the chat box for me, please. Okay, 75 pip target. Now what we need to do is protect our downside, right? Because one of the first things I told all of you is we are going to take losses in the market. It's part of being a trader. That's part of being an investor. In fact, look at this right here. Let me show you something. For those of you that are interested more in our coaching and our mentorship, let me show you something. This is the thing I love about our organization is we're very transparent. This is another one of our live accounts. This is Josh Martinez's real account, live account, MyFX book, third-party verified. If you know what MyFX book is, they're an outside organization that is stamped that this is a real account, real trades, real pips, real profits, okay? You can see Josh Martinez's name right here, real account, US dollar right here. Well, this particular account today, Josh is up about 43 pips. This week, he's up 259. Now, I know he took 5 days off. He was in the Bahamas over the weekend for a long weekend, so it's still not too bad. Up about 300 pips for the month. But this account was opened up February 13th. So we're looking at about 10 months on this account. This account so far is up 12,000 pips. So for my experienced traders, tell me how your results compare to this. This is one of Josh's accounts. He's up 12,000 pips on a standard lot. That's $120,000 in this account. He's winning 77% of his trades, okay? Which is interesting. He's winning 77% of his trades. If you round that up to, let's say he's winning about on average 8 out of 10 trades, that still means he's taking losses in 2 trades, right? So you still have to protect your downside. Even Josh Martinez, one of the best traders in the world, has to protect his downside. So what we do to protect our downside is we set up what are called stop loss orders. Now, stop loss orders just simply say, okay, listen, I want to get into this trade. I'm going to get into this trade. I want to know, though, I don't have to sit there and babysit it. I want to go live my life. I want to go to my son's musical. I want to go out to dinner with my spouse. I need to go to my job. I'm going to set up a stop loss order that says if this trade goes against me, I may take a loss, but I'm not going to take a big loss. It's going to automatically sell for me if it goes against me. If I am aggressive, it's going to be about 5 to 10 pips below my entry down here. If I'm conservative, it's going to be about 5 to 10 pips down here, okay? So in this particular example, down here, this would be about 25 pips. So we've just set up 25 pips risk. 25 pips risk. So does everybody understand we've just set up a 3-to-1 risk ratio? If you understand we're willing to risk 25 pips to make 75 pips, type in yes or Y in the chat box for me. And let me show you something else. This account right here, Josh Martinez's, let me show you something. Imagine if you had the ability to fund a brokerage account. Okay, again, we're not a broker. We don't handle your money. Pick any broker you want in the world. Picture yourself funding a brokerage account going back to last spring. having the ability to have that account directly linked to Josh Martinez's trading platform. This exact account that I'm showing you on your screen right here, an account winning 77% of his trades. So all you did was fund an account and it links up to Josh's trading platform. And then every day, Josh made a buy or a sell. It executed the exact same buy or sell in your account. And it's been doing that every day, every week, every month over the past 10 months. And you wake up this morning, you get your cup of coffee, you sit down in front of your brokerage account. Today is November 8th. You open it up and you've got 12,000 pips sitting in that account. And all you did was fund an account and link it to Josh's trading platform. We have this technology. It's called the Trade Copier. We have students that use this tool that are having unbelievable success. In fact, if you look at Josh's Trade Copier right here, he's winning over 70% of his trades. Since he's been doing this, over 160 pips have been captured, all third-party verified, third-party tracked. If you would like to figure out and like to learn how you could use the Trade Copier risk-free for 30 days to test it out, go into the chat box and type in TC and your phone number for Trade Copier if you're interested in Josh's Trade Copier, okay? Awesome system, okay? Here's the thing. So now we're ready to enter our trade. We make our buy right here. So we make our buy. Let's say we make our buy right here, and we're either going to lose 25 pips or we're going to make 75 pips. Tell me, does it hit our target? Does it hit our Fibonacci extension? Boom, perfectly, right there. It hits our extension right here. Well, right here is where our sell would come through. Right here, automatically. We don't chase it as it keeps going up. We follow our system. We're out of this trade. So again, we would have been out of this trade right here, bought in right here, 8 hours. So it took us about 8 hours to make our pips. It took us 8 hours to make 750 pips, or excuse me, 75 pips, which would be on a standard lot, $750 profit. Okay, well then what do we do next? Well, the next thing we do is we're done with this trade. Okay, we're done with this trade. So follow me on this. We're done with this trade. So get rid of all this information right here. Get rid of all this information because we don't need it anymore. Get rid of all this information. Get rid of our stop down here. We get rid of this Fibonacci. So what are we looking to do next? Well, right now, our C, we don't have one. Our A is our old C, okay? Our A is our old C. Our new B is our high right up here. Gang, this is a formula. It's a system that you're going to learn to repeat over and over and over again. Now what I do is I grab my Fibonacci tool, grab my tool right here. I draw from my point A all the way up to my B right here. Got my point A right up here to my point B. Now what I'm looking for is an entry point over in this area with my C. Go ahead and reset this, and I'm looking for my new entry point. Okay, reset my tools here. And what I'm looking to do now is we've got an opportunity to look to get into a trade. We're looking at a trend line right down here. Can everybody see we got a trend line coming right down here? So what we're looking to do is get into this trade when this breaks out over in this area. So let's see if this breaks out for us. Okay, let's see if this breaks out. See if this breaks out for us. Okay, let me get rid of this Fibonacci before it confuses anybody. All right, so this is coming down right here. Here's our trend line right here. Tell me if it breaks out. We're looking for our opportunity to get in right now into this trade. Boom, there's our breakout. Okay, so here's our breakout in this particular position. So what we're looking to do now, is to buy into this trade right here. Looking to buy into this trade right here. Boom, here's our buy. Can you tell me which zone are we in? Which zone are we in? Which zone is this right here? If we buy right here. Can everybody tell me what color that is? If we buy right here. Yep, everybody's telling me the red zone. So if we buy here, our goal, our target is up here. So what I'm going to do is set up my line right here. This is going to be where I'm looking to sell. We would set up our same stop loss order. Say we would always set up our stop loss order. So let's see if this hits this Fibonacci extension. We buy here. Tell me if it hits the extension. Boom, perfect. Look at that right there. Let me ask you something. Is this like, is it magic? Is it a coincidence? Or is it mathematics? It's mathematics. I mean, look at how when this hits this, it's almost like bouncing off of this, and it just starts to go trending right on down the other direction, okay? So now in this particular opportunity, could have gone right here. We made 136 pips in 12 hours. So now we've got two trades. We've made 136 pips, 12 hours, standard lot, $1,360 profit. So we've got our two trades that we've made. Very easy, very clean, very simple to follow. We've got our two trades that we've made, and a total of what? 20 hours. The total of 20 hours, we made, pull this up for you right here, 20 hours, $2,110 profit. How many of you would like to have a skill set to be able to do this right here over and over and over again? Have the ability to make profits like this over and over and over again. Because here's the thing, this is just one currency pair. Imagine when you have 2, 3, 4 currency pairs going, the opportunity that you have to make these types of profits over and over and over again. Now here's the thing that's really cool about what we teach. You want to see some of our proprietary technology? There's nobody else in the world that has the tool that I'm going to demonstrate to you, right now, okay? Nobody in the world has this tool that I'm going to show you exactly how this works. Bring this up right here. Okay, let's clear this screen out for me right here. I'm going to clear this screen. And let me pull out my, check this out. Let's talk about real-time opportunities. Can everybody see we got the euro US dollar going on right now? See how it's in a downward push, a downward trend right now? We're in a perfect opportunity to make money on a downward push. But how about if I take all of these tools, all of the information, but I automate it? See where right up here it says Smart Tools? This is proprietary trading platform technology of ours. I'm going to come right over here and find my high. And all I do with one click of the button, 1, 2, 3 click, the software automates and draws all my Fibonacci's for me. 100% accurate. If you think that's pretty cool, type in a yes or of course or wow in the chat box, because this is super cool technology. Now let me show you what's going on. What's going on with this right now is my C entry. I got in right back in here. There's my A. Here's my breakout of my point right in this area. My breakout was right in here. I'm in this particular trade right now, right here. My target is right down here. Can everybody look up there? I got a 371 pip target right there. I'm already up 236 pips in 19 days. So there's 236 pips profit on a standard lot. That's $2,360 so far. Profit in 19 days in this one currency market. And I'm doing this over and over and over again. All right, so did you start to understand now the power of understanding the Fibonacci's and the tools that we have? Is it making more sense to all of you now? Now, when you come on board today, you're getting a very unique opportunity to get one of our premier indicators, okay? Let me demonstrate to you how this works. This is what is called a right trader system, the right trader system. This is our own patent pending system, our own technology, okay? Nobody else in the world has this technology. We have created it by our traders, for our traders, This is the right trader system. This is what I like to tell my students when they first come on board. This is how you earn while you learn, okay? This is how you earn while you learn. Very simple, easy to use strategy on this. Can everybody see where we've got a white up top and gray on the bottom? If you see that, type in yes or Y. Type in yes or Y if you see we got white on the top, gray on the bottom. The white on the top represents what is called our buy zone. For those of you that are brand new to trading, this is such an easy way for you to get started in this program. Up here in the white's my buy zone. Down here in the gray is my sell zone. Okay, sell zone. This again, this whole system, everything right here is what is called the right trader. This is our right trader system. This is our patent pending technology right here, right trader system. So this is my buy zone. This is my sell zone. Let me show you exactly this trade that I made going back just about a week and a half ago. Well, it's very simple. When the trade goes from, when the candlesticks move from the buy zone to the sell zone, when they move from the sell zone to the buy zone, sell zone to the buy zone, as soon as they change their color in the candle right here, this is my opportunity to get into this particular trade. I'm going to buy right here, okay? Then what I'm going to do, very simple rules, as soon as it switches from my buy zone to my sell zone, not sell zone, when it goes into my sell zone over here, when it hits this, not when it turns red right here, but when it dips over here into this zone right here, that is when I sell. I got into this trade Friday. I was live with one of my audiences 2 Fridays ago, the October 20th. Just sold out of this position right here. Oops, let me bring that back up for you here. Just sold out of this position, got in right here, sold out of this position, and what's that? About 15 days, 205 pips return. 15 days, 205 pips return. Right here, this is called the right trader system. 205 pips, 15 days. In fact, this system, we have had tremendous success with this program. In fact, let me show you this. Our students, if you followed this system, if you did nothing else but traded this indicator, well, I'm going to give you guys today, if you come on board, as a bonus in this investor inspiration, has been making pips left and right since September 1st. In fact, the dollar, the yen, up over 725 pips. The pound and the New Zealand dollar, up over 2,000 pips. The pound and the yen, up over 1,400 pips. The euro and the pound, up over 670 pips. Since September 1st, this year, going back a little over 2 months ago, it's generated over 13,000 pips of opportunity. Imagine if you caught half of that opportunity, you could have earned close to 7,500 pips. On a standard lot, that's $75,000. On a mini lot, that's $7,500. What would you do with an extra $7,500 in your account right now? Let alone an extra $75,000 in your account right now, because our students are profiting off of this. In fact, if you look at this, Hayward closed out the week with 4,850 pips. Dan, I'm averaging 5,500 pips a week for 7 weeks. This is Trish. Look at that smile. This is Josh. This is at one of our live events. Big thank you to Josh. This week I closed out 1,208 pips profit. Elizabeth, the first 2 months of 2017, my FX bet record said I made 4,250 pips January and February. 586 pips this week, okay? 586 pips this week, and I can go through person after person after person. If you do half as well as these folks, you're going to be extremely happy. In fact, our students since January 1st this year have generated in real money trading accounts over 3.1 million pips. Think about that. That in a standard lot is over $31 million. Now, how many of you in this presentation are interested in using every tool, every indicator that I demonstrated to you between now and the end of the year, having full access to all of our tools? On top of that, having the ability to be trading live with us tonight at 7 o'clock and using our mentors and our coaches and everybody right through the end of the year as well. All right, being able to be in our live seminars, use everything we do, and then by January 1st of January 1st, 2018, if this does not provide what you and I believe it can provide, we give you 100% of your investment back. If you're interested in learning about how you can do that, type in yes or Y in the chat box for me. You're all here to make money. You wouldn't be taking time out of your schedule. If you're trading equities right now, give me a chance to show you the currency market, because you'll never go back to equities, I promise you. Been doing this for 25 years. This program, the Ultimate Traders Package on Demand, is by far the most all-encompassing, the most complete, easy-to-use, step-by-step program on the planet. Now, let me go through every single component that you're going to get today in this presentation. First and foremost, you all get a 2-day live instructional class. We do these in our office from time to time. If you would like to fly down to Orlando, Florida, we have a beautiful training facility. We're right down the road from Disney. Love to have you here. In the meantime, we do them live over the internet. If you can't watch it live, we record it, we archive it, you have access to it 24 hours a day, unlimited. You get your training manuals, your strategies, checklist, your traders, mantra. You get the online university, which is the back office of our website, where we have beautifully recorded and produced videos of our experts teaching all of our strategies, teaching all of our tools, how to use all of the indicators in the software. Incredible access to our education portal, unlimited as a student. You get the Ultimate Charting software, which is our smart trader system that I showed you just a moment ago. Every one of our tools, again, as I said, all of these tools, all of these indicators right here that I demonstrated for you, all of these tools, all of these indicators are web-based. You can access them on your smartphones, on your smart tablets, on your smart televisions. All of this information web-based in the clouds, gang, all for your access. You get 4 trading systems, strategies, directional alerts. You get a trade checklist, a risk management calculator, and then our daily live webinars. Now, let me stop here for a second. What do you think the value is on a daily basis having the ability to trade live with coaches and mentors that are third-party verified, making thousands and thousands and thousands of pips in a month? Think about that. How about if you do nothing else but copy from time to time their trades? In fact, another one of your coaches, I didn't show you his account. This is Gary Fickhart. This is Gary Fickhart's My FX Book account. In this account, Gary right now is up this year, 25,000 pips. He's winning 92% of his trade. This is the level of expertise that you get to work with on a daily basis in our organization. You get the FX Chief, Jarod Martinez's Fast Track membership program, a success coach assigned to you, and then you get our analysts on demand. And on top of all of this, don't take my word for it. Take between now and the end of the year, put us to the test, be in our live webinars. I mean, we're predicting about 12,000 pips by January 1st. Be in our webinars, use all of our tools, access our experts. And you know what? If you don't think this will do and provide for your family like I believe it will, in 60 days, we will give you 100% of your investment back. You've got nothing to lose and everything to gain. Now, if you look at the market value, and I'm starting to run out of time here, if you look at the market value of this program, it's well over $13,000. I mean, we've got over 200 employees, our experts, our traders, our mentors, our software developers, everything to support our students. I mean, when I show you students that are making 5,000 pips in a week, what do you think they would pay for this type of information? Let me tell you something that I've learned in life too. You get what you paid for. Okay, you can buy some subscription for $75 a month, and you know what? You're going to get value of $75 a month. You are serious about making money in your financial world right now. You need support, training, help from people who have a proven track record of doing it. I know that you can go online today, tomorrow, next week, next month. You can always get our program on our website for a one-time investment of $5,995. But today, in this investor inspiration, I want to get as many of you on board as possible so you can see between now and January. Now, the best trading months of the year historically in the currency market, October, November, December. You're sitting on 2 great months. You come on board today, I will give you a discount, risk-free, with the guarantee, $1,000 off of that online investment. You can come on board today, $5,995. That's it. Now, it's very simple for you to get started. Yes, you get the guarantee with this, Adam. Very easy for you to get started. What I need you to do at this point in time is go into the chat box, even if you've previously done it, and type in your telephone number. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to have an education specialist reach out to you, answer all your questions, get you scheduled for your orientation, get you ready to go. So you're ready to go with our live session, and gang, you're off to the races with this. Now, I do have some payment plans. We'll get into that in a moment. Yes, we have clients all over the world. Doesn't work in Europe. We have clients in Africa. We have clients in Asia. We have clients in Australia. We have clients all over the world. Now, here's the thing. I've only got 21 slots available tonight. So it's got to be the first 21 of you that put your telephone number in. Diana, I've got your number. Michael, I've got your number. William, I've got your number. Harry, I've got your number. Lillian, I've got your number. Thomas, I've got your number. Sam, I've got your number. We are anticipating over 2,600 pips in the next 2 weeks. Imagine yourself coming on board today, and watching us produce 2,600 pips in the next 2 weeks. How would that change your lifestyle? How would that change your life, knowing that you're going to now learn a skill set to be able to repeat this over and over and over again? Joan, I've got your number. Brandon, I've got your number. Claire, I've got your number. Robert, I've got your number. Awesome, gang. Now, here's the thing. We do have some payment plans. I'll cover that. Just so you know, all of the benefits that come within this program, you get 3 months of our charting software, 6 months of our live classes. There's 2 ways to invest in this. You have what's called an option A and an option B. Option A says, hey, listen, I like to save money. I want a discount. I want to put it all on once, pay for it at one time, get a discount. Take the next 60 days, evaluate you as an organization, and if you don't provide what you say you're going to provide, I want 100% of my money back. I like discounts. I like to save money. You're what's called an option A. If you'd like to get the discount, what I need you to do is put your telephone number and an A next to that. Now, if you like the idea of this program, but you need a payment plan, we can start you with a couple $100. That's it. And have full access to every service, everything that we have as an organization. You're what's called an option B. If you'd like to explore how you can get a customizable payment plan to fit your budget, type in your telephone number and B, and do that for me right now. Thomas, I got you as an A. Alex is an A. Nicole is an A. Diana's a B. Sam's a B. All we ask is as you come on board today and you have a great experience, you start making money, you start making pips, I need you to post it on social media. One thing we have found is we continue to grow and grow and grow and grow when other people see people just like them all over the world, okay, successfully making money in this program, okay? I need to know if you're an option A or an option B. Jan, I've got you for an A, okay? Claire, I've got you for a B. Josh, I've got you for a B. Now, here's the thing. I'm getting ready to wind this down and hand this off to the next presenter. I've got one last bonus for you. Now, I only have 10 of these vouchers, okay? For the first 10 of you, actually, hold on a second. Let me do this. For everybody who comes on board today, I'm going to go ahead and give you Josh Martinez's trade copier for 30 days free. I'm going to give you Josh Martinez's trade copier 30 days for free. Robert, I've got you as an A. Gang, all of you are going to get 30 days for free of Josh's trade copier if you get enrolled today, right now. This is a bonus of getting enrolled right now. I'm already going to give you the Right Trader program, but I've got one last thing. You've got your 2-day class coming up because I've got to get moving here. All these components are included, but I want to offer one last thing. For those of you that are going to do an option A, if you're going to do an option A, I have 10 vouchers I was told I could give away for an investor inspiration special. If you call in right now, can you see I'm putting in a phone number in the chat box right now? When you see the phone number, please tell me yes. When you see the phone number in the chat box, please tell me yes. I've got 10 vouchers. The first 10 of you that pick up the phone and call into that number, I will take an additional $1,000 off of option A. So when you get signed up today as an option A, your investment for every tool, every indicator that I demonstrated is $4,995. But if you're going to call in, I need you to type in calling in the chat box. and go ahead and call in right now. And we'll get an education specialist on the phone to answer all your questions. These 10 vouchers will go very fast. Anna says calling in, Frank says calling in, Stephanie says calling in. Yeah, go ahead and do that for me right now. Well, you get what you prayed for, market maker. We got students making 5,000 pips a week. They would spend hundreds of thousands of dollars for our education, but you'll never know unless you try. You'll never know. You'll be sitting here a month from now, 6 months from now, a year from now, wondering, wow, I wonder what that service would have been like. But you know what? For those of you getting started, congratulations. I welcome all of you.